What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Black Atlas Radio.
Yeah, I shit to step over.
I know. I am your host, as always, Michael Cannon.
Isaiah.
And Isaiah actually just got back from getting
that shit hurted, bro. Everybody lied.
Yeah.
Everybody lied.
Congrats to him. Anyways, we have a special guest in the home studio here with us. You can go ahead and introduce yourself to either one of these cameras.
How y'all doing? I go by the name of Brandon Lea. I'm a part of Dripsquad Worldwide.
Ooh, what's Dripsquad?
Dripsquad Worldwide is a label created by Willie Joe.
Who's that?
Wait, that sounds familiar.
It does.
Willie Joe is a hip hop artist from Vallejo, California. He was also a part of a group called 22nd Letter with Nefta Pharaoh and Cousin Feet.
Okay.
And yeah, man, he been in the game for many moons. He was signed to a label in Atlanta, the Jazzy Face. So
that's what's up.
Yeah, right now he's a A&R for Generation Now, DJ Drama's
How
label.
long have you been in there with him?
Before we get deeper into that, real quick, for anyone who hasn't heard of any of your music yet, where's the best place that they could find all of your stuff at?
Spotify is probably the best place, but it's on YouTube, Tidal, iHeartRadio,
They just
Amazon,
type in your name?
everything you can think of. Yeah, you could just type in my name and it'll come
That's
up.
what's up.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But yeah, how long have you been with the label and with just linking up with them?
I've been with Drip Squad Worldwide for about 2.5 years, but one of my brothers, he's my best friend. He goes by the name Brody of Drip Squad, and I met Willie Joe through him because they like family.
Oh, what's up?
And yeah, now we one big family. It's crazy.
Did it? Is there a significant difference from being like on a label with people to like just being alone?
Yeah, it's definitely different, especially with someone like Willie Joe, because then you could really get to see how things are supposed to move and how things are supposed to happen. You know what I mean? Because when you're by yourself, it's hard, like, especially when you're starting out, you don't really know a lot, you know what I mean? But when I got with Drip Squad, I got showed a whole new world, like, really how the game's supposed to go. Willie Joe, he's been a mentor to me in this music shit, so.
How long were you making music before you joined that group?
Honestly, I've been making music for like 10 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but at first it just started off me freestyling in my car when I was getting high, but then it went to me actually writing and taking it serious. And the earlier years are more when I tried to better my craft, you know what I mean? And then when I got with Drip Squad, that's when I really started taking it serious.
How much of the time still now do you still freestyle in the car?
Honestly, I just be at home writing raps to beats I ain't even got. Like, I just write raps all the time just to have stuff to spit. Like, consistency.
And is it a freestyle process when you make a song, or does it typically go like you hear a beat and then you write to that?
Well, I go to my beat maker, my producer, Oos Nation Music. He's from Fairfield.
Shout out James Online.
James Online, my guy. Yeah, I go to him, tell him what I want. He make the magic, and then I like to write to my stuff. So I sit down, take my time, plan out what I want, you feel me? But then there'll be some times where I hop in there and I just feel it so much. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna write something right now.
Yeah.
How would you describe the music that you make? What type of music would you say that it is?
It's
sorry for being loud.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. It's definitely some like real life experiences I've been through. I talk about myself a lot, my flaws, the good things. It's just that real stuff. Like, I'm not gonna say it's not like J. Cole's music, but as far as keeping it real like that, that's what it's like. You know?
Yeah, I know you just recently dropped a project. I saw, and the little bit that I listened to, it seemed like it was more on the serious side.
Yeah.
Of like music. Like, it seems like you're talking more about yourself than anything else.
Really. Yeah. Well, the title of the project is The Open Up. So I'm pretty much opening myself up to the people that listen to my music.
Nice.
They can relate to what I'm going through. That emotional connection alone is
Does
dope.
Does your music always reflect how you feeling, or is it sometimes you can just make something just because?
Well, yeah, I can make stuff just because like I can adapt well, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I had a plan for this project. Like I came up with the whole idea of letting the people get to know me more. And then I thought of the open up. I was like, I'm gonna just talk about myself, tell them how I am as a person, you know what I mean? How I see things.
Is there certain things you've gone through to like get you to get to want people to know you that way, or?
Honestly, for the reason I wanted people to know me like that, because I'm pretty much selling myself. You know what I mean? I'm selling myself to the people. I want them to know what they buying.
Right.
You know, like, I want them to know things about me, so when they're at home, like, damn, I went through that same shit.
Right.
You know what? Like, that's dope to me, to where I could let people know they not the only ones going through that kind of stuff.
Right. It's definitely in this era of like a whole bunch of mental illness for everybody. It definitely helps trying to have something that touches each person differently. Where
are you on the spectrum when it comes to Fairfield representation? Is it kind of like, I'm just from here, like, it is what it is, or is it like, Fairfield, we out here, like 707?
Like, are you talking as far as me?
Yeah, like, do you think it's important to display Fairfield, like, in your music when it comes to talking about, like, where you're from? Or is it kind of just, like, not really make a difference?
That's a good question. I never really thought about that, actually. Like, I always just figured, like, oh, yeah, people,
they already know
they already know I'm from here, but that doesn't matter considering I'm trying to reach the whole world, like, not just Fairfield.
Right.
But I don't know, like, I never really I made a song back in the day talking about Fairfield and where I came from, but it's very rare that I'll probably mention Fairfield every now and then, but
I mean, yeah, it's not like a specific like rule. I feel like you don't have to or anything. Some people might think it's like whack to be from Fairfield.
Yeah, nah, I embrace the fact I'm from Fairfield because it kind of molded me into what I am now. You know what I mean? Like, where I grew up, who I grew up with. I feel like those things have a big part in how you turn out, but it doesn't really matter to me if people know I'm from Fairfield or not.
Okay, good.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you are trying to get on that scale, it definitely, like, where you came from, it shows, like, other people, like, doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like people, like, well, just for instance, Big Sean, who just dropped some shit, he Detroit in every song.
Yeah.
And he's, like, says something about it. And he feels like, I feel like he has to, in a way.
Yeah, I feel like his case is a little different.
Yeah.
Because he's such on a larger scale.
Yeah.
And you got people like Sada Baby and Peasy out there. That whole music scene taking over.
Yeah, it is. There's hella Detroit rappers out there, man.
Yeah.
What other Bay Area artists do you listen to?
I listen to Nefta Pharaoh, Burner.
Shout out.
Yeah. To be honest, bro, I listen to so much music. It's rare. Like, if I slap bass stuff, I'll slap old school. But
what genre of music do you lean mostly towards? Is it hip hop or some other shit, like some old school stuff?
It's mostly hip hop, to be honest. But, bro, I like pop too. Like my favorite genre out of all of them is Motown.
I feel you on that one, bro. I definitely
put some people on with somebody for you. That, like, if you put it on the car and they're like, oh, nigga, I didn't know. What the fuck is this?
Like, as far as old school?
Yeah, just like, say, like, you skipping through your songs and then you just, some shit come on and you're just like, what the fuck?
Oh, and everybody's like, what the hell?
Yeah, everybody's like, okay.
Man, that's a lot of times that happens.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I feel you.
I put on some, like, one time I was riding with my partners and we in the car and I put on some classical rock from the 90s and everybody was like, what the fuck is you playing?
Yeah.
Man? I was like, bro, this song go crazy though.
That's my shit. What do you want me to say?
Yeah.
But
it's good to be inspired from different types of music too. I feel like it keeps like, I feel like your style of music like fresh. You know, you're not always talking about the same type of stuff.
Right.
So how long ago did you drop the Open Up?
April 1st.
Okay.
April 1st is when I dropped
this year, right?
Yep.
People think it was a joke.
No, honestly,
it's April Fool's. Like that's what
everybody
said. Like,
yeah.
hold up. You
so
lying?
many people is telling me like, bro, if you don't drop this album on April 1st, we gonna be mad at you. I was like, nah, it's really dropping. It's no prank.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many songs is on there?
8.
Nice.
Yeah, one's a bonus track. That's not my song. It's my boy QV. He's a part of DripSquad Worldwide too. But the song was so dope. I was like, bro, could I put this on as a bonus track on my album? He was like, yeah.
What is your personal favorite song off of that project?
Everything.
All of it.
No,
the
song
everything.
Yeah, nah. The song, everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why does that one stand out?
Honestly, I just think it sounds the best on the album. I feel like when I wrote the song, the hook meant the most to me, but I couldn't sing it. I went into the studio. I was like, man, bro, this don't sound right. I'm not liking it. He's like, let me try. And he from Atlanta, so he got that
the accent?
Accent, yeah, he got that accent and sound.
Who is
and
this?
when he did the hook, QV, his name's Q Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
He's signed to DripSquad Worldwide as well, but he's an Atlanta artist.
Okay.
And when I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Right. How long was the process of making that project? Was it something like that you thought out and planned out before you had even like knew what songs you were gonna put on there, or was it something that was more spontaneous, like during the time? Like,
to be honest, it took almost a year
for
that whole album. Yeah, because I would write a song. I wrote like 20 songs, and only picked 8 out of those 20 that I feel fit best. But that whole process of making those songs and doing all the behind the scenes stuff, shows, just other events, like it took way longer than I expected. I thought it was gonna be done in like 6 months, but nah, it took way longer.
And so, did you get all the beats from like producers you know, or?
Most of the beats are from producers I know. Oos Nation, DJ Yanni, he's a producer for DripSquad Worldwide in Atlanta, and then a couple of the other beats Willie Joe sent me.
Okay, what's
yeah.
up?
Is there a particular sound that you try to go for, or is it like if you really just fucking with the beat, like the vibe?
That's exactly how it is, bro. Like, so when I go into the studio and I hear the beat, when that rhythm catch my ear, I'll be like, oh, whatever, and then what come to my head. If I like it, I keep it. If not, I just talk.
So in the studio, y'all just be chilling. Like, how long are studio sessions usually for you? If you feel?
It depends. Like, it depends on what kind of session I do. So like, say I go in there and I'm like, it could just be a beat making session where I just get my beats made in one session, and then I could book like a 4-hour block and just go in there and knock out all the beats I already wrote to.
Right.
You feel me? Or I could book a studio session and go with beats I never even wrote to yet and just vibe out in there.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I know for a lot of people it's hard to write before you get the beat. Is that something that you just mix or match for you?
Sometimes I like doing that though because it's challenging. So I'll write something and try and fit it to a beat. Like I did that a couple weeks ago, and the beat it went to, I was like, damn, I should have used this instead of the one I had. Like
that makes sense because like a lot of times you probably don't know like what's coming up next for you, right? Like something just pops up and it just works out.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you done performances before?
Yeah, a lot.
What do you find is the most difficult thing when it comes to performing?
Well, depending on the situation. Say you go into a venue, it's not that many people. I still, like, Willie Joe instilled in me, whether it's 5 people or 5,000, go hard. Like,
right. Same energy.
Yeah. And for me, I know it's different for everybody, but I know before a show, I always get butterflies in my stomach. Like, damn.
Right.
This shit don't feel good. But then once you go on stage, that shit go away so fast.
Right, and so even when it's 5, do you feel like that's like more intimate and better sometimes, or when it's hella people? Like,
I always prefer hella people because when it's less people, the vibe different. Like if I'm on stage with thousands of people in front of me, it's like a feeling I can't even explain. But when it's 5 people, I'm like, all right, I got to do this. You know what I mean? Like, let's get this going.
Yeah. And do you feel like that when it's smaller like that is like
kind of a challenge?
I bet, because you're trying to touch each person. At that point,
exactly.
like you gotta feel this. Like, I can point you out. Okay, cool.
Have you worked with any local artists recently? You mentioned James Online. Is there anyone else that you might want to like shout out and put people on if they haven't heard?
Shout out King Nooch and the whole Shark Life music group. I think
Fairfield also.
Yeah,
right?
Fairfield and Sassoon. Fairfield and Sassoon.
I know there's a lot of people out here.
There's a lot of artists.
People out here.
I think I did a track with Anonymous, and she got Ice Me's on the track.
Shout out Ice Me.
Yeah, and
the boy came through.
I had a feature on that song. I think that was the last Fairfield artist that I was on a song with.
Cool.
Do you have any plans as to what your next project is already, or are you kind of just taking time
to open up too?
Oh, boom.
Yeah.
There we go.
Exactly. To open up too.
And then have you done any performances since the Open Up drop?
I have one this Saturday actually, August 3rd.
Go see that. Go that shit.
In Oakland on I forgot the street name, but yeah, shout out to Treehouse.
I'm sure it's
and my
on
boy
your
Stony
Instagram,
Bobby.
right?
It will be.
Oh,
it will
there
be.
we go.
It will be.
If you guys are in Oakland,
you know who else is performing for that? Or?
Honestly, it's like a SmackDown team deathmatch thing, so it's 20 artists versus 20 artists.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
Yeah, and the whole Dripsquad performing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna
How
be
many
crazy.
people, like, roughly is that? Like, for your group?
For Dripsquad,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, 5.
Okay. And so you guys just got a whole. Is it just areas essentially? Like we come from here, or just like
just
fucking throw them.
It's a lot of people in the Drip, but it originated in Vallejo, and that's where the majority of the people in the Drip are from.
Damn. I didn't even know some shit like that can 20v20. That shit sound crazy.
I know, that does sound pretty dope, though.
It's crazy. I never seen nothing like that, but I'm excited to see what it turned out like,
right.
you know?
Right. Shit, let us know how that goes.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I'm interested
That's
in seeing that.
That's going to be crazy.
Would you say that, I know there's like a lot of local artists coming out of Vallejo now recently too. Do you think that there's a particular sound that you would say that your group is trying to go for, or would you think that every artist is different in their own way?
Honestly, that's exactly how it is. Every artist is different in its own way on Dripsquad. Yeah. Not one person has the same sound.
Is there anybody who like sings or makes like R&B type of music, or is it mostly just rappers?
Rap. My boy Stony Bobby make trap music.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But I wouldn't say no singers, no.
All right.
And so, do you have anything releasing relatively soon? Then I know you just dropped a project.
I actually got a video dropping in a couple weeks from a song off the Open Up called "Off the Rip."
Okay.
And I just shot that yesterday, as a matter of fact, in Vallejo. And then I'm dropping that in a couple weeks on Thizzler.
How much of a role do you play in like the music video, like what it's about, or like
the whole process?
Okay,
good.
Cool. So
yeah, the whole process.
It's good to do everything yourself. Right?
Yeah, I feel like when you create some art, you want it seen in the way you created it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if I were to be like, hear this song, what we gonna do for this
what
video? It's not gonna be what I want. Like,
right.
So I'll pick a director I like. I've seen his quality of work. I'll go to him with the song. I'll be like, bro, this is my idea. And I've done that on the last 2 videos I've done, and both directors was like, yeah, bro, I like that. Let's do that.
What's up?
They'll add their own little
here and there.
Swag to it, yeah.
Okay, yeah, everybody got their own little touch to it, I guess. I do see certain videos.
Is it
shout out Young Zay TV.
Oh, shout out
Young Zay TV.
Yeah.
I was in a couple of his videos.
Oh,
he shot a lot of videos for my boy King Nooch and Shark Life Music.
Hey,
shout out. Let me reset these again. Cool. So, is it mostly you just find these video directors through artists that you watch their video, or is it kind of like homies that you already know who do it?
Honestly, a couple of them is like that, but if I see something on Instagram, boom, I'll hit them.
Right.
And then, you know what I mean? And just go from there.
And so collabing with people, like, even on songs, is it just like, hey, I heard this from you, what's up with it? Like,
a lot of times, the collaborating on a song is with people I've mutually met.
Okay.
But it wouldn't be nothing to just hit somebody. I've hit a couple people, like I made a song from a girl from Australia.
Oh, shit.
But that didn't make it on the album. But she was dope, bro. Like, her accent and everything was dope.
Shout out Australia.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
crazy. Have you been hit from other places all from around the world?
Like if I'm scrolling on Instagram and I hear a music clip, like I seen one from this girl from San Diego, boom, I'll hit her.
Okay.
Yeah, and see where it goes from there. Some people hit back, some people don't.
Have you done?
I feel you.
You gotta take that shot, though.
Hey.
Right. Have you done a lot of like
don't take.
out of state performances?
Have I? Oh no, out of state performances.
Okay.
I've done performances in LA, from LA to up here, but
How's the vibe?
I
know. I knew this.
the vibe in LA, that was a long time ago. That was when I like first started rapping,
Okay.
and it was a vibe where everybody wanted to work with each other. Like a bunch of the artists from the show, we got together and went to a hotel and was creating music. Like,
oh shit,
it was crazy, bro. Yeah, I liked it a lot. They're so outgoing. It's crazy.
Yeah, it feels like LA is more of like a hustle type city. Like everybody's out there trying to just get their shit in real quick and like get their shit done and get it out there and get it pushing. Because, I mean, honestly, when I see a lot of things from like LA and things like that, it seems like when they do shit, they get that shit done in like a few days.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
I feel like
What's
the
next?
scene out here in the Bay
Facts.
is more like competitive than anything.
Competitive and like relaxed, to be honest. 'Cause, like, I feel like a lot of people out here just, all right, man, we're gonna do this. We're gonna link up. It's gonna be cool. I feel like people from LA are just like, hey, man, I need your time. You're coming here. I need you here, right here, and then I'm heading out as soon as you're done.
Right.
Like,
I've seen that
seems,
for sure.
Yeah, it just seems more of like,
I think it's way more competitive out here
okay,
as far as like.
I feel like everyone just wants to be better than everybody else.
I feel
Instead
like
of,
that,
like-
but then I feel like it's the majority of people, yeah, but some people you meet that they ain't like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people, I've had a lot of people, like I would go to events and shows, and they would just be way, like, bro, let's do this, bro. Like, maybe this day, this time, it's good. We lock it in. Like, I've seen people do that out here, but then I've seen people, like you said, like,
I'll hit you
all
when I
right,
see
bro.
you.
Yeah, I tap in with you.
that shit ain't confirmation. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
So what would you say personally has been your biggest challenge on your music making journey that you've had to overcome?
I feel like finding yourself as an artist is probably one of the biggest, but I know
Like musically?
changing how musically.
Like your sound?
Yeah, exactly. Finding your sound, and one of the most difficult things for me was becoming an outgoing person. Like, I used to be one of those people who would show up to the show and just be on the wall,
Right.
on my phone.
Right.
I remember Willie Joe used to come up to me like, "Bruh, you want to be here, bruh?" I'd be like, "Yeah." He'd be like, "Wake up, you look asleep." I'd be like, "All right," but now it's like when I go somewhere, I'm trying to tap in with the DJ. I'm tapping in with other artists.
Right.
I'm just trying to be the life of that
Connection,
party. You know?
connections is where
Yeah.
it's at. You never know when somebody can help you out.
Yeah,
Do
for
some
real.
shit For you.
Yeah.
Well, would you give, if you could give any advice to anybody out there who's just starting to pursue their dream of making music, what would you say to them?
I would say, don't believe everything you hear from everybody, and don't stop. Like, cause the moment you think in your head, is this gonna work out? Like, you start doubting yourself, that's bad. Don't doubt yourself. Just keep going, keep grinding, and things will come from that. You know what I mean?
And what motivates you personally the most?
My mom, off top,
good.
like, and my family, like, you know.
No, I feel you on that one.
Keep me going, keep me thinking, like, don't stop.
You got any kids?
I got it. Nah, no kids. I got nieces and nephews though. My sister
No
just
kid
had
gang.
a baby yesterday.
Oh.
Facts, no kid gang, bro. Kid gang.
Hey,
Hey,
congrats.
congratulations.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's what's up, though. I was glad to see people when you're not held down by that. In regards to that, but that definitely helps.
People be hustling with kids, though.
Put it like this.
But that's harder.
I used to think it was like, oh, people have kids, they can't chase their dream now. But one of my boys told me, he was like, bro, ain't nobody ready for kids. He's like, when you have a kid, you're gonna adapt. Like, so, and it's really up to you. Just gotta make it happen.
I feel like that's something you can do with all things that come with you. Like that. Like, honestly, because after shit that happens to you, you never know when that shit gonna happen.
Yeah, that's true. You never know what could happen.
Yeah, I feel it.
Well, I guess while we wind down this interview here, if you want to go ahead and plug your stuff one more time, and I'll make sure I have the link for your latest video in the description box below this video, so make sure you guys go check that out. And so basically all streaming services, right?
Yeah, all streaming platforms. Tidal.
Do you have a YouTube, or is it like you just upload it through? Like,
I have a
Facebook?
YouTube actual page. It's Brandon Lea, Lea.
Okay,
cool.
Yeah.
Make sure Lea.
Yeah, a lot of people be putting Lee.
And I'll make sure I have that in the podcast description as well. And make sure you guys check out blackatlasmedia.com. You can check out all of our interviews and podcast stuff on there.
Hey.
Before we go, Isaiah, do you want to just, I don't know if they could see, but you want to just tell people what you got tattooed on your arm?
Okay. This is for my mom, who had passed away when I was 12. Her favorite animal was an elephant. And so I have an elephant walking towards the sun to kind of end it right there.
I like the tree.
Dope. Yeah.
And the sunset.
Thank you. It is, shout out to you, Mom.
That's
dope.
Shout out to AJ
That's
as well.
dope. You got a tattoo that means something, because a lot of people get pointless tattoos
Yeah,
nowadays.
I didn't want to get like her name, because I was like, that's not. I mean, her name's a name, and it's good to some people.
You wanted something unique.
Something symbolizing. I don't need it blatant, just like across the chest. Sometimes that ain't gonna work for some people.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
and anybody who's local around here and wants to get yadded, go
to AJ.
Yeah, shout out AJ, the homie from high school.
I'll send him this clip. This nigga
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Be sure you check out all of his music. Stay tuned for the Open Up 2. Check out all of our interviews. And that camera is off. But thanks again, guys.
We'll finish it on that one.